Okay, welcome in if you're new to the channel and welcome back if you are returning. I am Yoliza. I'm the leader of Spiritual Women's Empowerment Circle. I'm so grateful and humbled in being able to hold space for us as a collective as we navigate our healing journeys. This is going to be part 4 of a 5-part series on healing our inner child. Okay. So table of contents, just so that you know what's coming up. We will start off with an opening prayer. Then we'll go into acknowledgments and gentle reminders. We are going to recap part 3, which was last week. And then we're going to dive into part 4, which is unlearning and rewriting. Uh-oh, not a typo. Okay, well, sorry. But part 4 is unlearning and rewriting your story. I don't know how that happened. Okay. Steps to reprogram your inner child, and then methods to enhance, including healing and affirmations. Then we're going to go into this order is a little off because we are going to do the closing prayer first. And then we're going to do the closing with gratitude and the helpful resources at the end. The pick a pile reading, I really like how I did it last week where I did the reading separately. So the reading is going to be a separate link, and you can view that at your leisure. This is kind of the content, that we're going to be going over. All right. So if you would join me into our opening prayer. Divine Creator, I call upon your love to surround me as I reconnect with my inner child. I ask for the strength to hold them in love, to listen with compassion, and to heal with grace. Help me release past pain, fear, and sadness, replacing them with peace and joy. I surrender the wounds of my past into your healing light. I release the burdens I have carried since childhood, knowing that I am safe now. Fill the spaces of my heart with love, understanding, and acceptance. Guide me to nurture and care for the child within, bringing them the peace and joy they have always deserved. Help me embrace myself fully, the child I was, the person I am, and the soul I am becoming. Let me walk in love, free from self judgment and shame. Teach me to be gentle with myself, to honor my needs, and to see the beauty in my journey. May I always remember that I am worthy of love just as I am. I am whole, I am worthy, and I am loved. And so it is. Amen. All right. And then we're going to move along to our acknowledgments and gentle reminders. Emotional release and vulnerability. Healing your inner child requires allowing yourself to feel. Many of us were taught to suppress emotions, but true healing happens when we acknowledge them. If sadness, anger, or grief arises, remind yourself that it is safe to feel. These emotions are your inner child's way of communicating with you. Approach with loving compassion. When communicating with your inner child, approach them with the same love and understanding you would offer a young child in your life today. Whether it's your own child, a niece, nephew, or younger sibling, treat yourself with that same level of patience, kindness, and support. The importance of emotional release. Healing requires acknowledging and feeling emotions you may have suppressed. It is safe to feel sadness, anger, disappointment, or grief. These emotions are messages from your inner child, revealing areas where healing is needed. Bottling them up only delays the process. When emotions arise, allow them to flow freely, whether through crying, journaling, or speaking them out loud. Understanding the depth of inner child work. This journey may bring up difficult memories, especially if you've experienced trauma or emotional neglect. Some wounds may have remained unprocessed for years. Inner child work isn't always easy, but it is transformative. If past trauma resurfaces, working with a therapist or healer can provide additional guidance and support. When you speak to your inner child, it is crucial to approach them in a caring and loving way. Validate your inner child struggles and the pain they felt. Show them empathy and tell them what you wish you could have heard back then. Additionally, you'll want to work towards treating yourself with the same love and understanding that you would give to your child self or a kid in your life now, such as a son, daughter, niece, nephew, or cousin. This may help put things in perspective for you. You have the power to choose to feel your emotions. Remind yourself that it is safe and healthy to feel and express these emotions. Allow yourself to feel angry, sad, or cry. Keeping your feelings bottled up will do you no good. If you truly want to heal your inner child, you have to allow yourself to feel any and all emotions that pop up. Okay, so the recap of part three is connecting the past with the present. So last week we took a deep dive into recognizing how our childhood experiences continue to shape our present day emotions, beliefs, and behaviors. We explored the importance of identifying patterns and triggers, those moments when our inner child's wounds surface in our adult lives. Sometimes these connections are clear, but other times they require deeper reflection. Through journaling and self inquiry, we began tracing the emotional threads that link our past to our present. We also worked with the inner child oracle in a pick a pile reading to gain insight into the patterns we are being asked to break. By recognizing these connections, we open the door to healing, giving ourselves permission to release outdated beliefs and emotional responses that no longer serve us. So now that we've made these connections, the next step is unlearning them. In part four, we'll focus on shedding the limiting narratives that we've carried and rewriting our story in a way that aligns with our highest self. All right. So part four is unlearning and rewriting your story. Now that we've identified the wounds, it's time to rewrite the story. A lot of what we believe about ourselves isn't even ours, it's what we were told as kids. So maybe you grew up hearing things like you're too sensitive, you're not smart enough, you have to earn love. And without realizing it, those words became your inner dialogue. But here's the thing, you are not those old stories, and you have the power to rewrite them. Healing your inner child isn't just about revisiting the past. It's about unlearning outdated beliefs and rewriting your internal narrative. This is where reparenting begins. All right, so steps to reprogram your inner dialogue. Number one is identify the limiting beliefs. Notice the messages that you internalize from childhood. So, what's a negative message that you've carried since childhood? I have to earn love, or my needs aren't important. So, the first step is to identify the limiting beliefs. The second step is to challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this belief true? Does it serve me now? Is that belief actually true, or was it something you were conditioned to believe? And then step three is create a healing affirmation. So replace old beliefs with new empowering ones, such as, I am lovable just as I am. My needs matter. So there are some methods that we can enhance, um, methods to enhance. And so one of the ways that we can do that is by revisiting different ages of your inner child. So you speak to your younger self at different stages of life and offer the love, safety, and validation they needed. Develop specific affirmations for different ages of your inner child. So some examples of that would be, for example, your 5-year-old me, you can tell your 5-year-old self, you are loved just as you are. And your 12-year-old self, you are safe to express yourself. Role playing. You can role play with a trusted friend or therapist, speaking as both your inner child and your adult self to challenge negative beliefs. You can create a rewritten memory, a visualization where you imagine your inner child experiencing the love and support they didn't receive in real life. Another method is to journal about it, and a journaling prompt that you can use is, what beliefs about myself did I inherit that no longer serve me? How can I rewrite them in a way that empowers me? A mini challenge. Choose one limiting belief that stems from childhood and write a new empowering belief to replace it. You can repeat it daily. So some examples of this would be the old belief would be I am not enough. The new truth is I am worthy just as I am. Or the old belief, my feelings don't matter. Your new truth is my emotions are valid and deserve to be expressed. There's also guided meditations available. They are free all over YouTube. You can find some meditations specifically for inner child healing. In this guided meditation, it would be a memory rewriting meditation where you reimagine a painful childhood experience with the love and support your inner child needed. And then finally, there's an exercise that you can do, which is to create a collective affirmation board with healing statements for different childhood wounds. Okay, and then we've actually created some healing affirmations that can help with reprogramming. I forgive myself and let go of any shame I've carried. I am free to play, laugh, and experience joy without guilt. My past does not define me. I am writing a new story. I am worthy of love, care, and kindness. My emotions are valid, and I am safe to express them. I release past pain and embrace healing and joy. I choose to rewrite my story with love and empowerment. Now I know it takes some time. It takes some time to get used to saying those words, especially if the wounds are, have been suppressed for a very long time, or, they're very, very they trigger you at this point in time, or if you've never spoken to yourself in that manner, if you've never heard those words said to you. So it can take some time. So just be gentle with yourself, give yourself grace, and maybe start with one or two, or create your own that you feel comfortable with. And, maybe you can practice them in the mirror, or actually even voice record yourself saying them. And that way you can hear your own voice saying it to yourself. So that can give you a different feel as well. Okay. So I did want to mention about the pick a power reading because I believe part one and part two of this inner child's healing series, maybe even three. No, I lied. Part one and two, I had the pick a power reading within this content. So for example, right now we would have done the inner child healing oracle reading, but it just happened that way one day, and just spirit told me to keep going with it. And I really like that layout where the content here is here, and then there's a separate link for the oracle reading. So the Pick a Power Oracle reading is in a separate link on my YouTube channel, Spiritual Women's Empowerment Circle, aka SWEC, under the 2025 Self-Love Journey playlist. So under playlist, you're going to see one that says 2025 Self-Love Journey, and then it will be titled, What New Beliefs Will Support My Healing? So that's the question for this Oracle reading. It is 3 piles that you can pick from. And I actually have this time I decided to pull from not the physical, the crystal oracle deck that I have. And it's a pretty large deck, and each card has a crystal, and then it has the benefits of it. So for pile one, we have the black tourmaline, and you can see that the chakra related to this crystal is the root chakra. The zodiac signs are Capricorn, Libra, and Scorpio. The element is Earth. Numerology is 3, planet Earth. Physical healing properties, mental and emotional healing properties, and spiritual healing properties. And then it also has an affirmation. And so that is for pile one. So if you are drawn to pile one because of the crystal or because of any of the information that I've just read off, then, pile one is going to be your pile when you look at the pick a power reading. If you selected pile two, Your crystal is sodalite, which emphasizes the throat and third eye chakra. The Sagittarius zodiac sign, element air, numerology 4, and the planet is the moon. Then you also have your physical healing properties of this crystal. You know what? Let me go back and read that in case that would help anyone decide on which pile to pick. So for pile one, the black tourmaline, the physical healing properties are it improves blood circulation, supports weight loss and reduces bloating, helps detox from heavy metals and environmental pollutants, and it cuts down on muscle aches and pains effectively. The mental and emotional healing properties of black tourmaline, it assists in staying calm and collected. It helps to attract luck and brighter things ahead of you. It helps you eliminate negative thoughts and emotions. It inspires a positive attitude and stimulates practical creativity. And the spiritual healing properties, able to remain radiant in the darkest of circumstances, provides an optimal balance in the ethereal body, best for keeping you grounded, and it allows you to explore the spiritual world safely. Your affirmation says, I am stable and grounded at all times. So that's pile one with black tourmaline. Pile two with sodalite, with a throat and third eye chakras. Sagittarius zodiac sign, element air, numerology 4, planet moon. Physical healing properties can lower blood pressure, boosts the immune system, helps you deal with vocal cord damage, encourages the body to soak up all the fluids. The mental and emotional healing properties, it brings emotional balance and calms panic attacks. It promotes self confidence and creativity, helps your brain to release feelings of guilt, brings order and calmness to the mind. And the spiritual healing properties of sodalite, it helps your own spiritual foresight unfold. It encourages rational thought and intuition. It helps you meditate and speak out the truth. And it assists in reaching your full potential. Your affirmation for pile two says, I let go of all tension and negativity. All right. And then last but certainly not least is pile three with the aragonite crystal. This focuses on the root and sacral chakras. I think there's a typo on there, but I'm assuming they were trying to put Capricorn for the zodiac sign. Earth element and numerology, the number 9. That's interesting. We have 3, 4, and 9. Um, okay, the planet is Earth, the physical healing properties. It brings warmth to the extremities, helps with general aches and pains, combats deficiencies in vitamins A and D, can stop night twitches and muscle spasms. Mental and emotional healing properties, provides insight into the causes of problems and situations. It brings tolerance and flexibility to the mind, helps to combat anger and emotional stress, and it teaches acceptance and patience. The spiritual healing properties of aragonite is be attuned to the earth goddess. Wow, that just gave me all the feels when I read that. It encourages conservation and recycling. It helps to prepare for meditation, and it helps channel positive energy from the earth. I feel really drawn to this card. The affirmation says, I am grounded and connected to the energy of the earth. That's beautiful. That is pile three cards. So you can pick based off of your favorite number. If it's 1, 2, or 3, you can pick based off of the crystal that I just read that corresponds to your pile. If you're drawn to more than one pile, great. And we are thinking of the question, what new beliefs will support my healing? Keep in mind that this is an inner child oracle reading. So we're trying to, we're on this healing journey. And this question is, what new beliefs will support my healing? So these crystals might be of significance to you. And like I said, by all means, if you are drawn to more than one pile, then even better. I don't see how that would hurt at all. Otherwise, if there's one that really sticks out to you, then you'll know which pile to forward to. in the pick a pile reading. Okay. So as I mentioned before, the pick a pile reading will be a separate YouTube link on the same YouTube channel where this content is on. And everything will have timestamps so that you can select your pile. Alrighty, so we are, excuse me, we are going to move forward with closing out with a closing prayer. Divine Creator, our loving guides and angels, we thank you for the wisdom and clarity shared in this sacred space today. As we release old beliefs and unlearn what no longer serves us, may we step into greater self awareness, love, and freedom. Mm. Help us help our souls. May we continue to heal, grow, and embrace the limitless love within us. Thank you for your guidance, protection, and the strength to walk this journey. And so it is. Amen. Well, I do want to thank you for sharing this space with me today as we explore the power of unlearning and rewriting our stories. This journey is not always easy, but every step you take toward healing is a step toward deeper self love and empowerment. So please be patient and gentle with yourself as you release the old and welcome in the new. Now, next Sunday, we will step into part 5, which is the final part of our series. And it is putting self-love and compassion into daily practice. We are going to focus on integrating everything we've learned into so I do look forward to holding space with you again. Until then, may you move forward with grace, courage, and a heart full of love. And please stay to the end. I will now post the helpful resources, and at the very end is my contact information for Slack. Thank you so much for your time.